This is my video explanation on how to put in the mag release on your JG or Tokyo Marui Bar-10 or VSR-10. Okay, the first thing you want to do is make sure that the gun is empty. That I've already done that, and always remove the magazine from the gun. Okay? Now, before we begin, there are a couple tools that you will need. One, you're going to need the components for the release. You're going to need Allen wrenches, and you're going to need some wire cutters. In my case, leather and surge, soon to be reviewed. Okay, next thing you're going to do is take your Allen wrench, which all you have to do is once you get it, just take out the screws. I'll give you the size of the Allen wrench right now. It is a 5/32 Allen wrench. That's not how you say it, but you know what? Oh well. Okay. Once you have taken out the screws, like so, try not to lose them, even though replacements can be bought for like 25 cents or so a screw, and I do recommend you replacing them because the stock screws do strip fast. Okay, let's put them to the side for a second. Okay, next what you're going to do is separate the two bodies, so the two receivers, whichever one you want to say. For right now, you're not going to want the barrel assembly. You're just going to want the stock. Okay, now lucky for you guys, but unlucky for me, the spring I've already lost another one, but the good thing is that all you need to replace that spring is a regular pin spring, like on a push pin, you know, where you click it, a clicking pin. Just take the spring out of that, and what you're going to want to do is get some wire cutters or scissors. Probably can do it with scissors as well. Get it as closely to the middle as you can, and try not to lose either part, and just cut it in half, like so. And now you have two backup springs. Okay? Now, next thing you're going to do, these are the two parts that go into the mechanism. These are the two mechanism parts that come in the box. Oops. So, basically, what's going to happen, just to give you a quick demonstration, is when this is in, this part, there's a part in here that is slanted, and this part, if I can get it out, is slanted in the opposite direction. So this, when it's pushing against, when the spring is pushing it back, keeping the magazine in place, which there is a little notch in the magazine right here. So while this is like this, you're going to press it, and this is going to move backwards, letting the magazine be released. Okay, now how to put it in. Now I'm sorry if this is going to be kind of hard to follow. I know my camera is not very good, and this is a black table that I'm using. I'm trying to get both of those issues addressed right now. But if you can see in here, right, let's see, about maybe 3 inches in front of the front of the stock, you will see, and in the directions it will show you how to do this somewhat, you will see where the magazine goes, and in front of that you will see 2 little pieces that are stuck in there. And what you're going to do is take your spring, and there is a little recess in here that allows you to just set the spring in there, and it should sit right there. So what you're going to want to do, it might take a couple tries, actually no, it will take a couple tries. You're just going to place the spring in there, and sometimes it won't stick, so you might be able to, another good tip, if you don't want to ever lose your spring again, is just put a very small dab of glue on the edge of that, and then put it in there, and then let the glue dry, and then your spring will pretty much never fall out. But the next thing you are going to do is take this piece right here, move that out of the light, and what you're going to do is you will see that it is slanted like this. So you want the slant, if you're looking at it this way, you want the slant to be going down like this, and then have the flat part. That's not a very good explanation, but you should get the main idea on how to do it, okay? And try not to do that in particular. Then what you're going to do is right here, there's a little nub that rests, it's like a spring guide pretty much, that rests in the spring. And these 2 little wings right here rest up against a plate that keeps them there. So what you're going to do is then make sure that the spring is seated properly. And this will take a few tries, and it takes a lot of practice to get right. But okay, it should set right there, like that. Next thing you're going to want to do is make sure that the slant and the piece there is the opposite direction of the slant here, so that when you push up, this goes up, and the locking piece goes back. So just take a quick little look, and as I can see, the front, the slant in this piece should be facing the front of the rifle right here. So what you're going to do is press down on that piece that we just put in and move it forward so that the holes, so that this can go into the hole and stay there, so that it'll pretty much lock in place. And make sure that it's going the right way, because it can like get stuck in there and it takes a little bit of trying to get out. So let's see if I can get this on the first try. I'm going to press it forward, put this in the hole for where it's supposed to go, like so, and this will take a couple seconds, guys, so just hold on tight. Okay, and like I just demonstrated, that's how the basic idea goes. It does get kind of confusing at times, because it's very fidgety, and if you're not careful, just a quick note, it will all pop out if you're not careful. So keep your finger on there until the last possible second. So, and I still don't have it. Okay, here we go. Let's see. And now this will probably take you guys shorter time. I'm just not very good at this particular part of assembly. I mean, at different times, depending on what it is, it might take you less time, but I mean, I've gotten this in on one try. Yep, and see, that's the danger I was trying to talk about. If you couldn't see that, everything just popped out. So what you're going to do is I'm going to stop the video and come back when I have this fully, the magazine catch fully in. And just a quick explanation of what happened. I pressed too hard, the spring buckled up and flew out, which puts this piece out and this piece down. So, and be careful and try and do this inside where there's a carpet, because it's a lot easier to find these small parts on a carpet than it is on the ground, per se. So I'm just going to go ahead and stop the video and bring you back once I put the magazine catch back in.